We talk about our young adolescent dogs, and this is the youngest dog that we have on the floor right now. This is Giblet. He came and was made available right before Thanksgiving, so that's how he acquired that moniker. He's about 6 months old, so he's just coming out of puppy and into adolescence. So this is the time when dogs like to start testing their boundaries, much like your 13-year-olds in your household, right? He is a dog that is really looking for somebody to teach him everything. He obviously is not great at catching things, so his muzzle eye coordination is a little off. But he's a very busy guy. He's very active and energetic, and he doesn't even know sit yet, so he needs somebody to work with him on all of his basic manners, house training, polite leash walking, all of that stuff. Treating him like he's that 8-week-old puppy that's coming into your house, but now he's just a little bit bigger. He's very treat motivated, so that's going to be something that helps with that training process. But he's definitely looking for a committed owner. Yes, he's super cute, but he is a responsibility, and we want to make sure that he's going to get all of those things that he needs, and he's not going to end up back here in 6 months' time, bigger, without having those manners and things like that. But he's really fun, playful, obviously incredibly cute. He is going to be a great addition to a household as long as they're willing to kind of put in the work. And again, make sure he's getting all of that training and exercise that he really needs to be a good canine citizen.
So originally when he was put on our adoption floor, we were recommending him for kids of any age, but now we're reconsidering that. Why is that?
So, as he's getting comfortable here, he's starting to, show us more about him. And while, super affectionate, really into stuff, he's definitely been becoming a little bit mouthier than he had originally, particularly when it comes to, not wanting to go back into his kennel after he's been outside and things like that. And yes, in a home environment, probably not going to, be putting your dog back in the kennel all the time, but you might be putting him in a crate or things like that. And he's been, nipping at hands and pulling at clothing and things like that. So, younger children, that might not be a great environment just because, kids are much shorter and they're right at, the height where they're not going to necessarily get nipped at on their hands or their legs or arms, but more in their face and their neck area. So, it's all of those decisions that we make are safety precautions to set the dog up for success, but also to keep, families and children and households safe. So, if you have a mouthy dog in your house and your kids are used to it, cool. If they're not, then maybe, even though he might be the youngest dog and you're looking for a really young dog, maybe Giblet's not the best fit for your family. So really thinking about those things. Again, great dog, but we are just noticing that mouthy issue. And we're, obviously doing our best to rectify that because he does have to, go in and out of his kennel at night, but just, making sure it's going to be the right fit. And not just looking at the aesthetics or the age of the dog, but the personality, temperament, and things that are, suited to your levels of experience, right? But he is a dog with tons of potential in the right households. And if you think that yours is that right household, you want to go to visitfcac.as.me to make that appointment to meet him and start the adoption process.